So, traveling to Italy. Italy is a beautiful place to travel through. Especially if you want to take a quick trip to the coast, eat your weight in Italian cuisine, or even just want to find the best Italian cities to explore on foot. And in my opinion, the variety of things to do is what makes Italy so exceptional. In addition to having a ton of diversity, Italy has something truly unique to offer. It's absolutely possible to feel as though you are in a completely other nation if you travel from the north to the south of Italy. The cities, cuisine, and culture are all incredibly distinctive and varied. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you've been to Italy once, twice or 50 times, I'm almost certain you'll want to go back and see so much more. Well, this is what always happens to me in Italy at least. That's why I wanted to list some of the top Italian cities for you to consider visiting. Yes, some will be the well-known cities like Rome, but I'm hoping you'll also discover a few surprises.
Now, let's begin with Bologna. Bologna, located in northern Italy, is one of the top destinations in the country to visit, especially if you love food. Bologna is a terrific place to stop on your vacation across Italy, is very simple to reach, and has a ton of history. When you get there, head over to Piazza Maggiore, the major city square, and keep an eye out for the statue of Neptune. Take a trip to the Basilica of San Petronio thereafter. It is so huge that it is ranked as the 10th largest church in the world. Now, Bologna is well known for its delectable cuisine. Once you arrive, be sure to grab some tagliere, cold meats, in the evening along with a bottle of wine. If it doesn't appeal to you, try zuppa Inglese, a completely sweet delicacy that is comparable to trifle.
Another one is Matera. Matera is an old Roman city that still exists today, perched in the stunning countryside of southern Italy. Take a stroll around the Sauce di Matera after you arrive for some spectacular views of the surrounding countryside and the ancient city. Having said that, once you're here, you can find out more about the Sauce and the caves. The caves themselves are estimated to be 9,000 years old, being some of the first settlers in Italy. You'll quickly understand why the entire region was recently given UNESCO World Heritage status when you visit. After that, stop by Dedalo for a meal at one of Matera's top restaurants. The restaurant, which is housed inside a cave, is beautiful, and the cuisine is very amazing. Florence. At least in my opinion, Florence is one of the top Italian cities that everyone must see. It's a very large city located in Tuscany that gave birth to the Renaissance and was ranked among the richest cities in the world, back in the Middle Ages. Visit the Uffizi Gallery, which features artwork from some of the most significant Renaissance artists, if you want to explore some art and museums. However, you might want to pass on this if art isn't your thing. I'm going to talk about cathedrals a lot, but the Florence Cathedral is a particular highlight of the area. It won't be easy to miss, to be honest. After that, be sure to stroll across the Arno River on the Ponte Vecchio, a bridge dating back to the Middle Ages. Also, be sure to visit Piazzale Michelangelo to see Florence's stunning sunset. The 25-minute walk from Ponte Vecchio to the top is well worth it. Finally, head over to Buca Mario's for a huge, and I do mean huge, Florentine steak. Milan. Milan, Italy's fashion capital, is one of the best places to visit because there is so much to do there. When you arrive, be sure to check out some of the amazing artwork, including the fabled Last Supper, which is kept at Santa Maria del Grazie. Take some time to visit the Royal Palace, Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, and the famous Milan Cathedral. Visit one of the museums and Castello Sforzesco if you have time during your vacation. I love Museo del Novecento. You can even travel to Lake Como, which is only around 50 minutes from Milan's city center, after a few days of touring. It was really simple for me to drive here. Oh, and if you want a very fantastic place to stay, go to the Armani Hotel, which is in the middle of Milan. Naples. Naples has a reputation, but don't let that deter you from visiting. It's a beautiful location and one of the nicest cities in Italy south of Rome. Naples, the region's capital, has a ton of fantastic things to see and do. Once here, make your way to the National Archaeological Museum, which has the biggest collection of ancient Rome artifacts and memorabilia in the entire world. Visit Teatro di San Carlo, the nation's oldest opera venue, if you're in the mood for some music. Also, don't forget to stroll around Spaccanapoli, the magnificent Palazzo Reale, and the Catacomba di San Gennaro. Oh, and don't forget about the cuisine. Yes, there are a ton of pasta dishes available here, but pizza is arguably one of the country's most well-known exports. Once you arrive, all that's left to do is gorge yourself on some Neapolitan pizza, which is rather simple to locate. The pizza itself consists of mozzarella cheese and tomatoes, but according to what I've been informed, for it to be considered authentically Neapolitan, the tomatoes must be of the San Marzano variety, which can only be found along the banks of Mount Vesuvius, near Pompeii. Rome. Okay, I'll admit that I had to bring up Rome. Yes, it's an apparent decision, but let's face it, there is a beautiful and sizable city to explore. Rome is unquestionably one of the best Italian towns to visit in terms of history and legacy. It was not just the center of the Roman Empire, which once ruled over much of contemporary Europe, but it is still Italy's capital today. There is truly no lack of things to do in Rome, with amazing locations to visit like the Roman Forum, the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, and St. Peter's Basilica. Despite this, the Colosseum is undoubtedly the highlight of Rome and a must-see location. As an alternative, head over to the famed Campo dei Fiori, where on a nice day the food market is perfect for lunchtime. In light of this, be sure to stop by Forno di Campo dei Fiori, Rome's oldest bakery, and order a pizza bianca, with a sprinkle of sea salt. They have been produced for more than 500 years. Venice. Venice is undoubtedly one of the most well-known locations in Italy and one of the nicest towns in which to stay for a few days. The city of Venice, which is situated in northeastern Italy, is actually a collection of 118 little islands sitting atop a lagoon. This means that the only ways for locals, and you, if you're a visitor, to move around are by gondola, on foot, or by water bus. Claiming that I never used a gondola to travel from point A to point B, only for the experience. You will get lost if you just roam about Venice, so just know that before you go. Just accept that concept, and you'll avoid having many arguments with your travel companion. Having said that, isn't that kind of what makes Venice fun? Simply exploring the narrow streets, stopping at quaint cafes, and taking it all in. After you've finished being lost, make sure to check out the Peggy Guggenheim Collection and St. Mark's Basilica, two magnificent examples of Venetian architecture. If you're hungry, go to Osteria Boccadoro, which serves a variety of tasty dishes that are all based on items that the cooks may get at the daily seafood market. You won't be let down. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, have a nice day.